$100 on you when I have it. I might make a movie with a bad bitch. I'm gon' make a movie with a bad bitch. Shorty said she ate her rice and cabbage. That ass so fat I wanna grab it. And I'm gon' make a movie with a bad bitch.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Shalisa Marie Radio. I think this is episode 16. Welcome. I am your host, Shalisa Marie. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to give you some time to press that subscribe button below and click that bell so you can be notified every single time we put out an episode. So today, guys, we're going to be going back, way back, when we first started, when we had nothing but, a phone and a phone, literally. We recorded off the phone we recorded off the phone and we recorded off another phone. So before we had any of this, I just wanted you guys to see like our journey and where we started and where we're going. But just also to see that like no matter what you have, even if you don't have the best of quality equipment, like you can still have impactful conversations. And that's exactly what me and Patrice did in the beginning. And we continue to. So yeah, I'm going to bring you guys back all the way back to the beginning 2 years ago when we first started this podcast and just listen to all the amazing funny moments, the impactful conversations. We covered spirituality, relationships. Does height matter? Like, so funny, but street interviews, like so much. You're going to love this episode. So stay tuned. And I also just wanted to warn you that this is the second last episode of season 2. We are wrapping up the season next week and we're coming back bigger and better with the girls as well for season 3. So stay tuned for that. But please join us next week, Thursday, at 9 p.m. because it'll be a special episode for all of you. And thank you guys all for tuning in. And yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna stop talking. Enjoy.
If a man that's short comes to you and he's everything you want, you're still gonna turn him down because you're too short.
Yeah, I'll admit
but
it.
sometimes one
thing
can turn you
turn
awake
for
sure.
God.
And it would drive you insane.
But the thing is, for me, shortness wouldn't drive me away. It's teeth.
Yes! Oh my god!
Yes! Oh my god!
That's a big one.
Yes.
Can I say this?
Yes.
I was talking to this guy.
Do your story.
How do I say this? I thought he was a really sweet guy. I was like, this guy, he's cool. He can dress really well. He puts himself together. I like the way he carries himself. That's like the same thing. Basically.
Wait, did you meet him prior to this?
I met him at a party, but I was like
drunk.
Yes. Okay.
So you had drunk eyes. Okay.
I was at the party. And, oh my god, like, I was like, okay, like, just doing my thing, talking to, like, all my friends, all my guy friends. And then the next day, Morg's like, hey, like, this guy thinks you're cute. So, I was like, okay. I'm like, oh my god, let me see his Insta, let me see some pics. Chick, child, he's really cool. He's a really sweet guy. I'm like, okay, cool. So, one day, I see go and down to his wherever, okay? And I said, hey, let's meet up. Because I'm getting a little curious. You're looking too cute in your Instagram photo. So I wanted to see what he looked like in person.
Yeah.
So I went down to wherever he was and said, hey, I'm here. Man comes up. I did not recognize him. Okay? He opened up his mouth to say hi. Lord Jesus. I felt like I was dropped down. And then I called her. And I said, how did the meetup go? And she's like, Ebony, it's not for me.
For the white women, do you guys see yourself as being submissive to a black man's needs? Because that's like the comment all the time. Like, you guys are weak, that's why they want you. You guys will tolerate whatever they bring to the table when a black woman wouldn't put up with it. Is that true? Because we're not in your shoes, right? So what happens in like that type of relationship?
In my opinion, I read this before I came here today, and I obviously thought about it. I don't think it's true whatsoever. I don't think that I'm weak or submissive at all. And I actually brought it to my man to ask him, like, are you with me for this reason? Do you agree with this? Just to see what his opinion is. And basically he said, hell no.
That's part of the hot seat.
No, he would tell me the truth regardless. He's not going to lie to me. So I asked him, and I wanted to see for the sake of tonight. and he disagrees. I disagree. I don't think that's true. He knows that I'm strong. He knows that he can find a black girl or a white girl that's weak and submissive, and he chose to find me, who's white and not either of those things. So.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I feel like in anything you could find any weak or submissive girl in any culture. You can find anything you want in any culture. It's all the same. Beautiful, ugly people. You can find whatever you're looking for. You can find it in that culture specifically. But for guys, it just comes down to maturity. Like all guys are. I say this to everyone. All guys are immature. I'm immature. You're immature. You're immature. But it's how less immature are you.
What is clingy to you guys?
I don't need to talk to you every freaking hour of the day. Like, if I'm at work and I don't text you back for 2 hours, like, go read a book because seriously, because like
you're busy.
You know my ass is at work, okay, and you're texting me off. Oh, you can't answer me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, what do you mean? I'm at work, nigga.
That's what it is. Yup.
Like, that's so annoying.
I really believe that Jesus is a human who was once on this earth.
Definitely.
I definitely feel like he was a human that was once on this earth.
I definitely feel like he was a human.
He was definitely a human.
I definitely feel like he definitely sacrificed his life, but maybe the way they portray it isn't exactly how it happened.
And that's the thing. How will we all know?
And we will never know.
We'll never know.
And that's why
is what it is. You know?
Exactly. And I feel that's why we all have our, we all think it's this way, but it's that way, or it could be this way. Like, we don't really know.
And that's what goes back to what Shalisa
I mean?
said, when it's like the intention in your heart. Because that's what life comes down to at the end of the day, love. So having that intention into your heart
is the only sole reason why we are here on this earth right now is to learn how to love. I don't know what our job or our duties are going to be in the afterlife, but it has to do with love.
For sure.
It's about mastering love.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So that's it. That's all. At the end of the day, debates, everything, that's literally it. It's just about love. It's not about who believes in this, like all that worldly shit.
What is love? One thing.
No, like, what does love mean in that context? Like, we can't describe love on a romantic. Forget all that stuff. No. Just in a spiritual, religious way.
Help people.
Help people.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if you guys believe in karma, but like, just building good karmic debt for yourself. Like, help somebody. Go out and do a charity or some shit, or like give back. Just giving back to people.
Giving back.
Giving a helping hand. I feel like that's everyone's.
Yes.
That's everyone's purpose. And then that.
Yes, you have to give back in order. Like.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like for me, like growing up, one thing that I learned in my life is that there's one way that I live, and it's not religion, it's not this, it's not that. 3 words that I live by are life, love, and light.
All right, break it down for them.
Let them know.
So we're placed on this earth. This is life. This is our life. And in order to survive here, to move on to anywhere, you need love in your heart. Now, that could be love for someone who has done you wrong, someone who's your best friend, a person you just met, anyone. I could love you from here to there. I could love you from this close. I can love you from
a distance.
Different ways of showing love. But in my intention, in my heart, in my soul, I have love. And that's key and that's important in this life. And you need love in this life to survive. That's it. And when you have that love, you take that. No matter how much bad mind negativity you're in or what people have done to you, still show them love.
Spread that.
Then you know what you do? When you die, you turn into light because you have all that love in you. You touch all these people, and it's just so much warmth and it's calm and it's just bright. It speaks for itself.
I wanted to know.
They're out here.
Yeah, they're on road. I wanted to know. No, this is a lot.
It's true.
But I wanted to ask you guys, like, on this note of just so much negative energy and demons and Satan and Lucifer, how you guys practice burning out negative energy. And I shouldn't have said burning, but because I think that's already suggestive of what I do.
Yeah.
Okay. But how do you guys deal with negative energy? How do you deal with all of these things that hold us captive, can infect our minds, all that stuff? How do you guys deal with that?
Meditation.
Like, how do you cope with that? Me too.
Right there.
I pray.
I pray a lot.
Yep.
Okay. And you pray from a Christian view?
You know what? I don't even look at it as religion. I just pray. I just talk. I speak. However I feel. I just go about it. You know what I mean? Like, however I feel that day. I literally, before I came here, had a conversation with who? I don't know. But I just need someone to talk to. Yeah. And I just started speaking. I was like, Lord, like, honestly, help me through this day. Like, just allow me to have the strength to get through. Right. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm just speaking because I need to get off my chest. I feel when I do that now, it's like, even though no one's answering back, but someone's listening. 100. You know what I mean? 100. I don't know who's listening. I don't know, like, but I just feel like speaking out loud sometimes helps in a way. You know what I mean? And I learned a lot through meditation because for the past couple of years, it's been, a lot going on. And I just feel like I need to change something. I'm like, I go to the gym to release stress, but sometimes that doesn't really help. And like, I was really in a place, in a mind state where I wasn't happy, and I felt like, okay, a lot of people talk about like meditation and like burning sage to get like the positive going and like the negative energy out. You know what I mean? And like, honestly, I didn't even know if I was meditating properly. Yeah, but like, I just felt like after I would listen to like the meditation music and like literally sit there for 30 minutes, like in the dark with my eyes closed, just listening, but like trying to not think and have my brain work and just be calm and still. Exactly. Like, you're like, whoa. Yeah. Like I haven't had a peace and quiet or just silence. Yeah. Take time to yourself. That helps, I find, a lot with negative energy for myself. Not everybody. It's different for everybody. It could be like just like, listening to like music and just, writing or just it could be anything. But for myself, definitely talking to whomever it is that is listening helps me a lot with like the negative. Speaking to my friends about goals and like, just positive things. Really, like, it kind of changes your mind state. And then you start to see, like, why am I so down? Like, what is the energy that is around me that's making me feel like this all the time and, like, so down that I feel I have to meditate? Like, what is it that I need to change that is around me constantly? You know what I mean? And I felt like there was a lot of maybe people like who, I was just around and like maybe a lot of negative stuff was happening with them and like they were bringing it onto me because I would talk to them and, and like hear them out and like try to help them. But it's like, holy, I feel like I'm taking on that burden, like, of their energy on me. But then at like, same time though, you gotta tune that energy out, and that's where you keep yours strong and vibrant, regardless of what. Like, yes. But when people are, when your friend is down, you feel that. You know what I mean, and you take on that energy.
But God says you weep with those who weep, and you rejoice with those who rejoice. So at the same time, it is you are still doing good by helping those who are in need. But it is true. Sure. Like sometimes when you are surrounded by negative energy all the time, you start to feel like, you do. Fuck, I don't even want to go out now.
And that's normal.
Like, and that's just normal. That's just,
and you'll feel that, and misery does like company, but that's a part of life. We have to kind of dabble in it all. It's just a part of what it is. I feel, and. Yeah, like there's a lot of people. I feel like the healer spirit, I'm like into spirituality. I think that the healer spirit has to experience a lot of negative energy constantly. And they are constantly on a mission to constantly heal people around them. They get a fulfillment from doing that constantly. And there's a lot of healer spirits that I know that constantly are in situations that are negative, always helping people all the time. They, when there's no negative around them, they place themselves in it on purpose.
And sorry, to connect to your point, the Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 1,
he's ready to just rip
chapter 1 verse 18. For with much wisdom comes much sorrow. The more knowledge, the more grief. Yeah, I am telling you guys, God is real. I'm sorry. I really believe that the Bible is for us and we need to read it because everything we go through is in the Bible and there's helping tools to get out of it.
And also,
so that might be out.
It definitely is. I think it can make people better for sure. I don't agree with it 100%.
I'm just showing how scriptures in the Bible relate to exactly what you just said. What you just said.
Yeah, and
the more wisdom you have, and history. Ecclesiastes.
It was written. Read the. It was written for that time.
Get me a book.
But history is repeating itself over and over again. We're just living through the same things. All of this stuff is the same. It already happened before. It's happening again, and it's going to happen to our kids.
How do you
and
tune
our
out?
great-grandchildren.
All right, so we're going to do public interviews on behalf of Freshman Clothing tonight. We're going to ask some risky questions.
Does tightness matter? And you already don't know.
So sometimes looseness, people think like, oh, it's not good and whatnot. But like sometimes tightness is too much because then you finish quicker, right? But why not enjoy the moment, the situation, the challenge?
Wow.
The challenge of looseness or tightness? Because both are the challenges.
I like your perspective.
Drop our next question. Would you do tight and dry or loose and wet?
Oh my God.
Dry is never good.
No one ever wants dry. That sounds like a terrible situation. Because if it's dry, it's gonna hurt. We were talking about this yesterday. That's just crazy.
Everybody got a dry story.
Everyone got a dry story.
Everybody got a dry story.
Everyone does have a dry story, but we don't need to tell it. Because
what's your dry story?
My dry story? I mean, I don't know why I'm standing like this. Listen,
you got your shirt tucked in.
I'm standing like this because I got something to say. So, tight, dry piece of story. I mean, it didn't feel good. I felt like the condom was gonna just rip off. It's like,
at least it was strapped.
You ever rub your Hey, safe sex is no sex. And everybody knows that. So, but yeah, and, I continue. I continued. I didn't want to make it feel bad. Thank you so much for everything. My name is Shelton.
Does tightness matter?
Ooh, from a female. That's a good question.
Does tightness matter? I think. She said, "Why do you want a loose girl?" I think that.
Speak up. Say it with your chest.
Is she tight or is she loose or is her piece just small?
Yeah,
I heard a husband say after his wife had babies that it was like the same house, but like they rearranged the furniture.
What has a head and a tail but does not have a body?
It's a head and a tail, but doesn't have a body. A sperm.
It has a tail.
It has a head and a tail. It's a sperm.
Nah, it swims.
You didn't expect that, did you? That sounds the right answer.
A coin!
I make them. I know.
No. Does money matter?
Does money matter?
Money matters because without money, honey, you
can't do anything.
Okay. You can't brush your teeth.
Yep.
No.
You can't get dressed in the morning.
No, you can't.
Sunday. Wow.
You can't.
No. What else?
What else?
Brush your teeth.
No.
You
can't brush your teeth.
No, but you can't afford the toothpaste.
No.
So it's mandatory
if
your head in the game.
But you're telling me money doesn't buy happiness to like a certain extent?
Does money buy happiness?
To a certain extent. Let's not be the person that says it buys complete happiness, but to a certain extent.
A lot of people think that guys shouldn't pay on their first date and that girls should pay, and that there's a problem with girls who want guys to pay on their first date, but like there's really no problem.
All right. I mean, how do you get to a second date if your first date's trash?
I feel like, a man should be able to take care of you if you can't pay for dinner. Well, I'm not, but like I get it. Like you can sometimes, but not like the first date is a first impression. I feel like they should. That's just personal preference.
A man has to pay, period. So that was the end of episode 16. I hope that you had a couple of laughs and I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Again, join us next Thursday at 9 p.m. for the season finale of season 2. And we'll be back and we'll be better with the same girls as usual, talking shit and just learning some new things that we didn't know before. So in the meantime, subscribe to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor if you want to listen to this through an audio recording. You can also do that when you're cooking, when you're in the shower, whatever. You don't have to watch this on YouTube, but yeah, there's other platforms that you can listen to this too on. So yeah, if you haven't pressed subscribed yet, click subscribe below right now and click that bell, okay? In the meantime, I'm out. I will see you next Thursday at 9 p.m. Again, I am your host, Shalisa Marie. And for now, we out.
Yeah. Getting to the money like a savage. Spend them dollars on you when I have it. I might make a movie with a bad bitch. I'm gonna make a movie with a bad bitch. Shorty said she ate her rice and cabbage, but that ass so fat I wanna grab